Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the Based LDS video. And it's been a while. Let's get in the comments. So we're going to go back about a week and a half now. And I have to say, the one video I did on Mormon Rescue has garnered some attention. The people that watch Mormon Rescue, you guys are very devoted to that channel. And to that I say, good for you. It's my opinion that the guy's off. He's off the rails. So let's start there because we get this from Trisha Jesse. The truth is there for all who want to see it. Matt from Mormon Rescue is speaking truth. I think if you actually read the Joseph Smith papers, you would also have the same opinions as Matt. I don't read the Joseph Smith papers cover to cover because it's not a book. That's not what it is. It's an accounting of the things he wrote. So their context matters in relation to... Down, cat. Cat's clawing at my desk. It's there as a response to what's going on at the time. The Joseph Smith papers are very helpful. I do refer to them for things. And then in response to her... P. Smith says, at Trisha Jesse, I really enjoy Matt's videos, his deep dives, his understanding, and his willingness to share. Really appreciated by people like you and I. I'm wondering what happened to him recently. His entire channel is down now. I know that he took certain videos down during his talks with his stake president. Now it looks like someone maybe in his family, maybe his wife, had him pull everything completely. I sure hope not. I sure hope he comes back. I really want to see that last video again. His 5 reasons, etc. Now, I have not watched all of his videos. It's clear he knows his Book of Mormon. He understands his Book of Mormon. I don't agree that he understands the prophet Joseph Smith that well or the church. And I would, if he does come back to making videos, I would like to see him explain a bit more about why he thinks, how he arrives at certain conclusions about Brigham Young and the rest of the church post Joseph Smith and there being no need for a temple, because Joseph Smith was very involved in the temple clear up till the end of his life. I've seen people in the videos talk about how he wasn't concerned about the temple. We don't need the temple. That's not what I gather when I read Joseph Smith talking about the temple. That's not what I arrive at. So I would like to know what conclusions, how he arrives at his conclusions. So let's talk about that when we get to Mormon Rescue, shall we? And then Patrick Moe, at P. Smith, negative. He was called in by his leaders and told to take them down. He made a video about it stating he was contemplating his next step. And so we see the persecution of the followers of God, the small remnant. I do hope he comes back. So many members are being excommunicated for bringing forth the truth. Hard to deny. Dude, punctuation. Help a brother out when he's reading. There's no punctuation in this. Just an emoji at the end. All right. So he's called in by his leaders, told to take them down. He made a video about it, stating he was contemplating his next step. We see the persecution of the followers of God. This, you have to convince me of that. He seems a follower of the Book of Mormon, not of God. There's a difference. I do hope he comes back. So many members are being excommunicated for bringing forth the truth with a capital T. Hard to deny what Moroni says. Yeah, even all your churches. Yeah, everyone. Even everyone is corrupt and built up to get gain. Hell, guess we just ignore the trillions of dollars the church has and the fine and all that. And Patrick, dude, punctuation. And thank you for expressing your opinion, but Matt just says things. I don't see where he backs anything up with any sort of evidence or any of that stuff. All right. I did. Somebody left a thing about an invitation. They did it through my video. I don't know why. Hey Matt, make a video. I'd love to do a comment, a respectful reply. Please unblock your videos. And I'm like, what in the world? And I went and looked up it. You can't find anything on his channel now. The channel is gone. You can't even tell it exists. So I get why they posted through my video. Whatever. Let's see. Samuel Saint Laurent in the comments, replying to in the comments from April 5th. See, I told you it's been a while. Personal authority. Oh, yeah. Okay. Julie calls it personal authority. That's what she calls it. That's what I'm talking about with a therapist. And it's completely ridiculous. The personal authority. You can do whatever you want. Eat, drink, and be merry, folks. Thank you, Samuel. Let me see here. And then Samuel in the comments for April 5th. As far as coffee is concerned, it could be a miracle drug for cancer, but it doesn't matter. We're following a commandment given to us. That's all we need to know about it. I'd take it a step further and say that we all need to have moderation with simple sugars as well. There's a lot I think we need to have moderation with. There's a lot I need to have moderation with. But the fact that I know it, yeah. And then, here's Bueller. Tell me you've been indoctrinated without telling me you've been indoctrinated. Bueller, I like all the comments in my videos when I read them, so I give them all a like. But Bueller, look, the word of wisdom is what it is. And in LDS culture, we say not to drink caffeinated drinks. Caffeine's bad for you. And years ago, because he died in 85, Bruce R. McConkie put out an article, and he's like, really nothing about caffeine. It's about hot drinks, the stimulants. He goes, however, we do know caffeine's not healthy for you, and as a rule, maybe you should just stay away from what's not healthy for you. I mean, that's it. I like caffeine, but I don't. I miss Mountain Dew, Code Red. I miss Cherry Pepsi. I miss Mountain Dew, Code Red. But I don't mind the fact that I'm probably a little bit better off not drinking it. Or any other pop for that matter, though I still have root beer. And then Samuel says, if you want to call it indoctrination, I could truly care less. And I truly do not take offense because, trigger warning, your opinion of what I choose true or not doesn't make Christ your teeth. I like you, Samuel. I don't care what you think, because your opinion doesn't make the truth more or less true. This life is to make relationships with each other and God. Like most others, we can do this through following God's law. I not only see the impact in my life through this decision, but I'm also able to further my knowledge in preparation for the next event that comes after death. If you don't care to believe, just know we love you, and hopefully we will be called to teach you in the next life. Samuel Sandler. Since God already declared us wrong, Colossians 2:16. To pass no judgment in food or drink, and Jesus himself, but said Mark 17:18-20, that what defiles a man is not what goes in the body. See, Bueller, here you go, you're twisting it, dude. Bueller, you're twisting the scriptures. See, this is twisting the scriptures, Bueller. The Jewish law regarding food, drink, so on and so forth, they were purity laws based on how the animals and things lived, what they were. The word of wisdom is not a purity law. It's your body's a temple law. And the research changes on wine and coffee, and some days it's good, some days it's bad. But I will say there's a reason that our church leaders live as long and are healthy and active and mentally acute as they are for a reason. I know when I'm off of caffeine, I'm thinking and feeling better. I know when I'm off of, and caffeine's not even part of the word of wisdom, it's just part of being healthy. I know when I take in less of something and eat more of another thing, or just maybe eat a little bit less. It's a good thing. I mean, so you're twisting this. You're twisting this. And I'm going to stop there. This is just a little bit back and forth between these two. Especially this last one, because Samuel, you're not understanding addiction. You're looking for a fight, Bueller. Sorry, not you, Samuel. Bueller, you're looking for a fight. And Samuel, I think you did well. Congratulations. Let me see here. Patrick Moe. Wow, stay blind if you'd like. But Mormon Rescue is correct. Believe what you will. That's what God gives us. You know, Patrick Moe, I'm going to reply to this one in time. Why is it that I'm the blind one? Receipts, please. Because, see, you know what? I'm on here. I'm giving my opinion. Other people are on here. They're giving their opinions. Other people are making videos. They're giving their opinions. And when you just show up and say, wow, stay blind, but this dude's correct, but believe what you will. So, Patrick Moe, why am I blind? How is Mormon Rescue correct? See, there's no conversation there. It's just blah. Be a man. Step up, Patrick. Samuel, I am glad you liked my video on the Westminster Confessions. I want to do more like that. I'm hoping I gave good background, and it was fun. It was kind of fun. Book review, Hugh Nibley, Volume 2, Enoch the Prophet. Catherine says, I will have to check this book series out. I love Nibley. I do. I'm so disappointed I was not aware there were other volumes that were out. Past like 12 or 14, whatever my last one is. These books are great, and in the next day or two I'll be doing his third one. Problem is I kind of don't want to because I'm kind of rereading it, and I need to move on to the next book, but this one on the prophets is so fantastic. But thank you, Catherine. And then, so Samuel comes back, also in Hugh Nibley, and The Lost 116 Pages from Don Bradley. Didn't he leave the church for a while and then come back? I think, if I'm thinking of the right guy, good guy. Nibley on the Timely and Timeless. Yes, that's a great... wonder if I have that one already? That one sounds familiar. I actually thought that was an article. Maybe it was a book. I'm going to have to go out and look at... My Nibleys are all in a stack on a bookshelf in my garage, out of the box. So when I get one done, I go get the next. I thought that was an article. I think I have that one. We'll see if I have that one or not. If it's back, if it came out in 80, I probably have it. But here we go. Oh, here we go. Matt from Mormon Rescue, I'd be happy to do response videos to all your videos in a positive way if you would make them available to me. So this is I Am the Box. So yeah, I Am the Box is using my video on my channel to try and reach out to Matt. And this is how I found out that Matt pulled his videos down. I'm like, oh, what? Because at first I thought that he was saying he was Matt from Mormon Rescue. but that he would respond only if I made my videos available. I'm like, why would my videos be available? See, context matters. And so I went and I'm like, well, what in the world? And then I tried to look up Mormon Rescue, and he'd just gone. So I can't even do Mormon Rescue videos, and this is one of my more popular ones. Not that that's saying a lot. I've got one video at 5,300 views, another one at 700 views, and then it's like 300. And the one I did yesterday is at like almost 200 views, and it hasn't even been a full 24 hours. I like that. Let me see here. And then something, I cannot pronounce this, Yggdrasil, which is a Norse tree of life. He just replies, bro, pull them down. He's responding to I am the box. And I looked at I am the box. It doesn't look like he has any videos out. I'm confused. So, on Hugh Nibley, Volume 2, Bueller Ferris, Bueller. 4 days ago says, whenever someone makes a very valid criticism of the church, even when quoted from official sources, y'all are quick to dismiss, saying, if you want to know what we believe, go directly to the church's site. And are quick to dismiss as anti-Mormon lies and attack the person who brought up the criticism. And if we quote a dead prophet, we're also dismissed. But when someone wants to defend the church, they go to both dead and living apologists. They share Greg Trimble's and Jeremy Goff's blogs. They listen to Brad Wilcox, Fair Mormon, and Kwaku, and resort to thought-stopping cliches. How convenient. So I'm going to say this. I might be embarrassing myself there. I don't know Greg Trimble. I don't know Jeremy Goff. I know who Brad Wilcox is. I think he's a better youth speaker than he is an adult speaker. Fair Mormon, I am lightly acquainted with. Kwaku, every now and then I watch Midnight Mormons. As far as quoting a dead prophet, are you quoting him in context? See, Bueller, it's all about context. And again, you get on here and you're like, well, we do this, we do that. You make these complaints. When has it been done? Have I done it? If I've done it, let me know. If I try and, I like Nibley. He's awesome. The elders in the church, when Nibley was alive, they used Nibley. Was it Elder Maxwell talking about, hey, sometime ask Nibley what he's found lately. That was in a conference talk. When Elder Maxwell speaks and says refer to Nibley, I listen. And they're both dead now. But sometimes what you use in one context is out of context in a like situation to another. So really, Bueller, if you're going to get on here, give me some context. Let me know what was it I said that made you make this comment? Or is it just the fact that, this guy's referring to Nibley and Nibley's dead? If that's your complaint, then that's a zero-sum complaint, brother. It's just you don't like the guy because he's dead. But if I said something and I use Nibley and you're like, well, that's not right because, then let me know what it was. Or let me know why Nibley's not good, or I don't know. Okay. This one is from response to Quick Media and the canceling of David O. McKay. And Greg did a great job on that video. And there's a Roland Smith here. Tearing down monuments is essential to any cultural revolution. Joseph Smith predicted that changing sacred ordinances would weaken the power of the priesthood. Paul looked at our day, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Yeah. And I come back to when I looked up the destruction of the mosaic, it came back to this building is condemned. It's not safe to live in or use. And so we're going to move on. But we're going to save some of the mosaic. But Greg didn't mention that they were going to save some of the mosaic. And the people he spoke to were under the impression the whole thing was just going to be gone because it was too expensive to preserve or renovate. And so I'm wondering where the disconnect is between what I saw and what Greg saw and what the people he's speaking to see. Because they apparently have some information I don't. Because again, I see that they're going to preserve some of it, but the building's going to come down. Shane says, destroy the history and create a new narrative. Standard CES stuff. Sad. I don't know that that's CES stuff. Because that's the buildings condemned. You do have to tear down old buildings and put up new ones. But yeah, I don't know. And another one here, Mormon Rescue. See, I told you, Mormon Rescue got people like, they love this guy. Why is it so difficult for members to accept truth? They're so zealous in, this is a bit of a long one, they're so zealous in defending the institutional church that they become blind to what the scriptures are telling. General Conference is a disgrace, total waste of time. The brethren are constantly quoting each other. The talks are clearly elaborated based on the information that's collected online about what people are saying about the church. None of the GA receives any actual revelation from God. On top of that, we have all prophecies indicating that the church is off track, that we're going to be destroyed by the modern day Assyria and the remnant of Jacob. And yet we continue our awful state of blindness, idolatry, priestcraft, corruption, lies, deceit, etc. And when honest, sincere people rise up to point out the problems and condition we're in, the church and its most fanatic members immediately turn against them, kick them out, tarnish their reputation, backlash, ad hominem, attack, and get angry with them, call them apostates, just like it happened to the messengers of God in ancient times. All right. FD. Look, you've got to give me some basis for some of your claims here. If you want to say it's difficult for me to accept truth and other members too, okay. Why? Why do you think we're just defending an institutional church? How is that your take? What is it that you think we're off on? Why is General Conference a disgrace and waste of time? And I don't see the brethren just quoting each other. I see them quoting Scripture. I see them referring back to modern prophets of old. And when appropriate, yeah, they will. Elder Holland will cite Elder Eyring or fill in the blank. But I will point out, because you people hold zealous, the Mormon Rescue people hold zealous to the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith, and that everything after Joseph is kind of lost. Again, I don't understand how you get there. Help me understand how you get there. But I will say this. Joseph Smith, the admonition was, stick with the brethren. Once it's that last discharge, right? Once he laid the keys of the kingdom on the shoulders of the apostles, that was it. He knew his time was up. He knew he had a limited amount of time to get things done and to do that much. And he only lived a few months after that. But his message was, stick with the brethren. Truman Madsen talks about how if we'd had more detailed records, better records were kept at the beginning of the church, we would have had less of a problem when it came to a change in hierarchy and leadership after Joseph's death. So when I hear and when I read that Joseph says, stick with the brethren, I look at where the majority of the brethren went following the death of Joseph, and they went with Brigham to Utah. I see that Joseph Smith did not abandon the temple. That was his greatest work up to the day of his death, was completing the temple, setting up the ordinances, and teaching them. And knowing they weren't perfect, I'm telling Brigham it's not right, but when you have a chance, get it done. And there's revelation. Why would Joseph say these things? Why would he give that charge? Why would he give these admonitions if these things were going to be useless with Joseph's death? You really have to convince me here. There's something, apparently, the Mormon rescue people, you see something. You see something I don't see. Help me see what you're seeing. Help me to see what you're seeing. Again, Mormon Rescue, another defender. So if the church is truly ... inspired, then why did it ever start using the Boy Scouts? See. All right, Dickie. Goman Dickie. The organization that raped and molested young boys on such a large scale. Seriously, I understand that bad things happen, especially to the individual, but this was not an individual that was injured. It's tens of thousands of LDS youth that were sexually assaulted. We're talking about actions perpetrated that are so vile the scriptures call for the killing of the people who committed these crimes. The scriptures also indicated that a person would be better off dying in defense of their chastity than to have it taken from them. That last part's not the scriptures. That's a prophet and their interpretation, an apostle. The church didn't start. The church started using Boy Scouts because the message and the purpose of Boy Scouts at its inception was pure and good. What's his name? I can't think of the founder's name offhand. Look, there was a need to get boys off the streets and stop wasting their time with useless activities, just like there is now. Boy Scouts was founded to get boys out of the city and out into manlier activities, to teach them how to basic skills. There's nothing wrong with that. Did the wrong people get put in to lead the Boy Scouts in certain instances? Yes. But seriously, dude. Your argument is flawed. Look, the purpose of the Boy Scouts was pure and good. That purpose has been corrupted and changed. That's why we've abandoned Boy Scouts now. Bad things happen to kids in Scouts. And I don't know about tens of thousands of LDS youth sexually assaulted. I don't know where you're getting that from. I'm not going to look it up because personally I don't care. I mean, I care if people were, but I don't care about the number. It's meaningless to me. And bad people get put into places where they shouldn't be all the time. Life sucks. It's hard. Like, I'm sorry if you don't know that by now. I don't know if I'm sorry if you don't understand that bad things happen to good people. And good things happen to bad people, and vice versa. Everywhere in between, and every flavor of saying that statement. But to go, the LDS church sucks because Boy Scouts. It's just moronic. That's just the absolute state of straw man argumentation. I mean, come on, Goldman. And I don't know who you are, but come on, man. All right, Catherine Owens, Jake Hilton, and this is a response to "Come Follow Me," Come Follow Me 8, Matthew 16. Yeah, okay, Revelation. Jake Hilton is a cautionary tale. He was brilliant and made a Last Days documentary that was mind-blowing. Excuse me. You know it's getting late and I need to go to work. I'm starting to yawn and wish I wasn't going. He's so smart, he decided to start his own ministry and disowned the church. Yeah, and I saw your comment earlier, and I did try to look up Jake Hilton, and yeah, the dude, I don't know what video he did. He's another name I was not aware of, but I'm interested now because he's on there with a series of anti-videos and his own ministry. I'm gonna look him up. And probably get in trouble by doing a response video to him if I find something fascinating, informational, useful. I don't know. But yeah, no, the dude's out there, and he does not like the church now. Anyway, that's it. That's the comments this week, brothers and sisters. Hey, thank you for watching the videos. I have seen a slight uptick in my views. I've gained a couple followers. I'd like to see more comments. I'd like to see you guys interact more. I'd like you guys to give me responses, feedback, so on and so forth. And you can reach me through the comments here. You can also hit me at basedlds@gmail.com. Until then, thank you for watching. Peace out.